The monthly margin page is very important because it's where you enter all of your assumptions for your feeding and sales of hogs. Let me explain this page. First off, on the top, you have the scenarios. There's a number of scenarios shown here, but for the most part, you'll just be working in actual. If you do a what-if scenario, which I'll explain in another video, you can look at the difference between one or another. When you choose a different scenario, that scenario will remain chosen through a number of these menu pages, but not all. If you see the color coordinated to the button, that means that we're looking at that scenario. I say not all pages because the coverage page will always work within actual, because we're creating contracts and cash trades. Let's go back to actual. The page then shows the summary of the enterprises. So this operation has 3 separate enterprises. And you can choose the different enterprises by clicking on the filter button. You can show them all, farrow to finish, and so on. The numbers of each profit center is shown in the summary table. Right now we're looking at August 14 to December 15. Choose your start and end dates in these drop-downs. Choosing only a few months will allow all enterprises to be shown. Within the data tables, you can choose what to see. Go to Set Columns, and you can check off the columns that you want to see. I'll leave them all open for now. Not only can you choose the columns you would like to see in this table, you can also enter data directly into it. Any of the columns that have the blue with the underline is an enter your own data. The program will bring in the futures price, but the basis you can enter. To save, click Save. For each one of the feed ingredients, you'll want to go through and enter your basis and bushels used. For grain equivalents, the pounds used, price those pounds in the plan. In this case, we have 100 pounds of grain equivalents being brought in. 40% of that 100 pounds is going to be priced off of $3.39. The remainder, 60%, is going to be using the soybean meal of $4.39.50 to come up with the price of $15.61 per head. Soy meal, variable costs, can only be put in a total number or broken down into individual components. Fixed costs can be done the same way. For hogs, you can enter basis, premium, the average weight, and the number of animals. This, of course, can be done for each individual profit center. There's also a faster way to do this. We can edit the profit center. In the profit center, we can name it, the type, put in our target profit margin. You can see here that we have $10 per head is above target, and $2 is a warning. So looking on the right, anything under $2 you can see is in red. Anything above $10 is in green. Any number that would come in between $2 and $10 would be black. When you send a hog to market, it doesn't eat 100% of the feed ingredients in the month of marketing, so you can distribute the feed consumption to the previous 24 weeks. When I said you could enter information more quickly, it's by using the bulk update feature. So we could use the corn basis between August and December and hitting set. So you can see we have eliminated the basis. When you get started, you'll probably want to fill in every one of these numbers for basis, pounds used, and so forth. And then instead of hitting each individual set, you can hit set all, and it will bulk update all of those entries into your tables for you. You can add a new profit center by clicking on New Profit Center.